the Big Bang Theory and that God is a silly concept and everything used to, fit on the tip of a pin, all of existence. And then one day it magically exploded and created all this shit. I now think that a lot of those beliefs I was fed, they're not true and they don't serve me. So I'm choosing different beliefs and different truths.
This isn't just a casual remark, it's a contradiction, because minutes later, the same video tells you to trust the science behind a fitness app. So which is it? Is science flawed, or only valid when it's convenient? Or just a marketing buzzword? Let's be clear from the start. The YouTuber How to Beast is right about one thing. You absolutely should question your programming. It's a core principle of genuine self-improvement. He argues that many of us were taught that science is king and that it shouldn't be questioned. His proof, that true science evolves over time and is constantly disproven. He says this as if it's a weakness, but he's accidentally stumbled upon science's greatest strength. The fact that science is designed to be challenged is the whole point. It's a feature, not a bug.
Doubt is the basis of all scientific progress.
This ability to adapt and self-correct in the face of new evidence is what makes science so powerful. It isn't a book of unchanging rules, it's a relentless process of getting less wrong over time. His own example proves this point perfectly. He dismisses the Big Bang as a silly concept. He describes it as everything fitting on the tip of a pin, which then magically exploded. This isn't the Big Bang Theory, it's a cartoon caricature of it. The actual theory describes the expansion of space itself from an incredibly hot, dense state. It's supported by decades of measurable evidence, like the constant, faint afterglow of radiation that fills the entire universe. In fact, about 1% of the static on an old analog TV is the sound of the Big Bang's remnants. It's not a belief, it's the best model we have, built on observation. But his flawed understanding of cosmology isn't the real issue here. The real issue is what he does next. After trying to dismantle the credibility of the scientific method, he makes a hard pivot. He begins to sell you something. He tells you his beastly app will make sure you are progressing in an intelligent, science-based way.
Of course, the beastly app helps with that. It's going to make sure that you're progressing in an intelligent, science-based way.
This is where the intellectual consistency falls apart. He is explicitly leveraging the authority of the very system he just called untrustworthy. He expects you to trust the principles of exercise science and nutrition, fields that operate on the exact same method of testing and refinement he dismissed as a weakness. It is a selective application of skepticism. Question science when it's abstract and cosmic, but sell science when it's profitable and concrete. It reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of what science even is. It's treated like a buffet where you can pick the parts you like and label the rest as silly. This isn't just a mistake in reasoning, it's a dangerous trap that many of us in the self-improvement space can easily fall into. I'll be honest, I've bought into hype before. I've spent money on things because the marketing used all the right buzzwords. It's easy to do, and it's why this specific kind of inconsistency is such a major red flag for me now. So, if you and I can't blindly trust, but selective skepticism is a trap, how do we move forward? We do it by committing to intellectual honesty. Think of it as mental strength training. If you demand evidence for what builds muscle in the gym, you should demand it for your worldview. It starts with 3 clear principles. First, understand the difference between a belief and a fact. A belief is a conviction you hold. A fact is a piece of information that is true, regardless of your conviction. David is free to believe the Big Bang is silly, but that doesn't change the facts of cosmic background radiation or the redshift of galaxies. Second, be wary of anyone who dismisses an entire field of study while profiting from it. It's a massive red flag. For instance, if someone tells you modern medicine is a scam but then tries to sell you a medically proven supplement, your alarm bells should be ringing. It suggests they see science not as a tool for understanding, but as a brand to be licensed when convenient. And third, seek intellectual consistency above all else. Your approach to your health, your finances, and your understanding of the universe should be built on the same foundation. You can't use evidence-based reasoning for your diet on Monday, then rely on gut feelings and dismissal for your worldview on Tuesday. That foundation should be evidence, reason, and a willingness to be proven wrong, because that is the fastest path to actual growth. This isn't about tearing someone down, it's about building a better, more reliable way to think. We've talked about the wrong way to use science. Now, here's an example of the right way. This is Bulk Aftermath, my go-to post-workout supplement. I trust it for one simple reason: total transparency. They tell you exactly what's inside. You get 40 grams of protein, creatine included, and other key nutrients to actually fuel recovery. It's also tested for banned substances under the Informed Sport program. No hype, just the effective, evidence-based ingredients you need to supplement your hard work. If you want to try it, use the link in the description. Alright, that's it. Now, for the final takeaway. In the end, David deserves credit for encouraging his audience to question their programming. That is a vital first step. His videos are good quality, and the app looks good. But this isn't about that. This is about the second step, which is even more important. It's learning how to find reliable answers. True self-improvement isn't about trading one set of dogmatic beliefs for another. It's about developing a consistent, evidence-based method for navigating the world. It's about building your mind with the same discipline you use to build your body. Because intellectual honesty is the ultimate form of strength. If you found this breakdown valuable, give it a like. And if you want to make sure you don't miss future videos, make sure you're subscribed.